Hello, everybody, and welcome to All for United. I am your host, Joe O'Neill, and welcome to the All for United podcast, where we usually come to you every Wednesday or today, Tuesday, because we are playing in the Champions League tomorrow evening.
Which we're going to win.
Which we're going to win the Champions League, as Kartik said very accurately yesterday in our preview game, that we are 100% going to win the Champions League, no doubt about it. And if we don't, you know who to go for. The person I'm pointing at next to me. Of course, I'm joined by two of the biggest Man United fans in this world. I'm not only saying that because they're the only people we can afford in this channel. But the absolutely wonderful Kartik and the absolutely incredible Temi. Boys, how are we doing?
Okay, full.
I'm doing well. Can't complain.
You guys, like... Temi, well, no matter what you do, Temi, that you're just cool. But Kartik, I was expecting, I was expecting more of a response, but just full, you know.
Yeah, I've had a very good meal prior to this podcast. I'm fueled up for this. I'm ready.
You're ready. You're ready. You look like you're ready to go to sleep. But we'll take.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, please sound off in the comments. And whoa, Temi is getting high fucking drated now. He is ready. He is ready to go.
Ready
to go.
I gotta finish that before the day ends. So yeah, you're gonna see it a couple times.
And Kartik is drinking his disgusting black tonic water in it's sorry, we don't have the branding rights to say it. We don't have the trademarking rights.
Other fizzy drinks are available.
Yeah. So it's like I have an angel below me and Satan beside me. I got that right the first time. And Barry, thank you so much for joining, our South African hero. Barry, pleasure as always. Thanks for joining. So, guys, we're here tonight. We are here tonight to discuss the Flying Dutchman. I think the only Dutchman we have in the squad as well. Big Donny van de Beek.
Excuse me, Tim Bolfosumensa is Dutch.
Oh, yeah, but I'm talking about a player I haven't given up on already.
Respect.
No, I can't respect that. I've given too much love for him in 2017 with him and Van Gaal. I expected everything and I got utterly disappointed, which is the entirety of Sporting United post-Ferguson. But lads, please sound off in the comments. I literally, because I missed the match on Saturday. It was Saturday because my family were due. Oh, sorry, Brendan. Thank you very much for this. I will say there's an asterisk beside this, I will say, because technically he's not at the club right now. And he's also one that is flattered to deceive. We can have a whole episode about Dutch people that aren't being treated properly at United or are letting us down currently at United. But unfortunately, I actually missed the game on Saturday. When I say unfortunately, it probably is fortunately because, it looks absolute shit. It looked absolute. I watched the highlights. The highlights were 2.5 minutes long, and I fell asleep halfway through them. But the one thing that was pointed out directly afterwards, I was doing a charity music thing with my family. That's why I couldn't do it. I couldn't watch the match. But it just the only image I got were two things I saw constantly that happened post that match was I kept on seeing the Bruno Fernandes, Luke Shaw, him saying do an overlap, and it never happened. I saw that video 100 billion times since it happened. And then the other thing I saw was Donny looking miserable on the bench. So, guys, we're going to open up the floor with we'll start with that game. We might work backwards from there because that's the only way we can do it. What are your thoughts on Donny not playing? Whoever wants to take it.
Go on, Timmy.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit. I thought about this over the weekend. I think we're all being a little too impatient about this. I think we should all just kind of take a deep breath, foosah a little bit. You see what I'm saying? He just came into the squad, and I understand that he's a very, very good player. He's a very, very accomplished player. You know what I'm saying? But that being said, he needs to work his way into the lineup. The people who are playing, ahead of him have been here for a while. Yeah. Fred's been here for a while. McTominay's been here for a while. Pogba's been here for years. Bruno's been here for, 6 months, but he's a catalyst for us. You know what I'm saying? So it's I think people, when you buy a player and they're talented, everyone expects them to just jump into the side
Yeah.
right out of the gate. And, you know, it just doesn't happen that way. For example, Fabinho at Liverpool is my favorite example. He is a pinnacle. Excuse me. He's a staple in that side right now. I think he got hurt, actually, now I'm thinking about it, in the Champions League game that just passed. Just not like today.
He just passed.
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, get the Twitter, guys. Tell me. Whoa.
Karthik, you thought I said that too? My bad.
Yeah, but like, okay. No, think about it. Like, Van Dijk gets an injury and they lose.
Injured in the game that just passed. Anyway, that's besides the point.
Yeah,
he took he probably took about 8 weeks to get, you know, integrated into that side. And now he's a really important player. I think it's going to be the same for Donny too. Mind you, we already play a system that doesn't really suit him. You know what I'm saying? We don't play a flat 4-4-3 or you know, a diamond formation or anything like that. So it's gonna take time for us to, you know, for him to work his way into the team. And I think we need to exercise a little bit more patience. And I'm glad that he's pissed off. If he's mad on the bench, cool. Like, I mean, if he was like happy as hell that he's not playing, I'd be a little more concerned. But like,
if he was happy as hell that he wasn't playing, he'd be Phil Jones. You know,
where is Phil Jones? No, serious question. Like, where is he? Like, have you like? I don't think I've seen one picture of him in training. Like,
he's not been registered. So who knows?
Yeah. Collecting a bag for free. That's crazy.
That man is my hero. Nothing. Yeah. I love that. I love Phil Jones for all the wrong reasons. I wish he was at someone else's club doing. I wish he was at Liverpool doing the exact same thing. But yeah, no, I've genuinely. He said Fabinho passed. I was like, Jesus Christ! They held seances for Virgil's right knee. Like, imagine what they do for someone who actually did die. They probably forget about it, to be honest.
I know.
But like in saying that, okay, I understand what you're saying, Temi, when you're saying like he's only joined the club, but like, it's that.
Have you seen that Phil Jones comment?
Where's?
I nearly spilled my drink out then.
The moment Phil Jones are coming. Oh, yeah. Brendan, yes.
Yeah, spilled my drink out then.
Yeah. Brendan, you can take that home with you. You made Karthik spill his drink. But with Van der Beek, what was I saying? Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, he's only new to the club, but like, there has literally been no other player that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has signed outside of Cavani, who was not played in 6 months, and Dan James, who was bought for 60 million, who didn't start their first game. Do you know? I know the two lads, I always forget their names, that we bought as well in this window, but they're youth players. They're like 17, so I put them. They're in the youth squad. But like, Maguire comes straight in. Aaron Wan-Bissaka comes straight in. Bruno Fernandes comes straight in. Who else did we sign? Did we sign anyone else over the summer? Who else did we sign? Tellez came right in against PSG, and then didn't even. Yeah, exactly good. But then didn't do any. What's he on the bench against Chelsea? What's the name of it?
No, he wasn't. Which is weird.
Yeah, that's a bizarre one. And we'll come back to that one, if not today, but probably today. But like, did Bruno? How good was his game against Chelsea? Would you describe?
I mean, everyone is a bit meh. It wasn't anything great. It did feel like a game that Donny could have come on and changed, though. That's why everyone's having the conversation. But what I'd like to say is, yeah, of course he's a miserable sitting on the bench. Who have you seen that's sitting on a bench looking happy that they're not playing? No one. No professional footballer is sat on a bench.
Well, I can remember one.
Sergio Romero, maybe. Sergio Romero, maybe.
Oh, no. I was going to say for Arsenal, Alexis Sanchez, when they lost. I think lost when they lost like 5-1 to Bayern Munich, and he was just sitting there going, oh, yeah.
That's a good point. It is an overreaction.
Yeah, we covered that, Barry. But yeah, Phil Jones is more than happy to be sitting there, even though he's not on the bench anywhere. Maybe at a bus station. But okay.
People are so reactionary, though. It's like this whole Donny thing. It almost feels like on social media like the world's about to end. The way people are treating. Yeah. Like, chill the hell out. Like,
I mean, come on, guys, calm down. It's not a knee injury.
It's like, first of all, even when our team is at full, like, okay, obviously Fred and McTominay are playing consistently right now. That's not going to be a standard this season. Like, that's not going to happen consistently.
No.
Even when our team is at full strength, when we signed him, I was questioning if he was going to get into the side. It's like you have Pogba, you have Bruno, you have Matic, you have Fred. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a disrespect to Van de Beek, but it's like it's not going to be easy to work your way into this midfield. Like, you know, it's not rocket science unless you want to play him on the right or play him on the left. It's like it doesn't really.
Okay.
He was never going to be. I don't think he was ever going to be a consistent regular. You know,
no,
first half of this season ever.
But I think what people have an issue with, which I can understand, is that like there is no reason why he shouldn't have started the game in the Premier League yet, because if you're looking right after the Spurs game, I don't understand how he couldn't have been brought in through for one game, especially Pogba was dropped against Newcastle. Was Pogba dropped against Newcastle?
Yeah.
Or was he dropped the following? Yeah,
Newcastle.
He was dropped.
No,
I don't like. I understand. I know that we won that game, and we should have we won a 4-1 in the end. We struggled for a little while. We got through it, and we played really well. But like you're looking at that going, there was no reason. Pogba's dropped. There was no reason to like give something for the fans to be happy about. Like bring in Van de Beek. Now, obviously, it worked out in the end because we won, like I said. But I don't understand why he didn't start that game, especially because a fact got thrown at me. Ben sent it to me earlier on that we've scored 9 Premier League goals this season so far. 5 of them have come within the 68 minutes of football that Donny van de Beek has played. Like, he's got 1 goal from his debut.
Yep.
1 goal from his debut when he came off the bench and played like he was the only one who played that day. And then you have him. We lose that game, and then we lose 6-1 to Newcastle 2 weeks after having a horrible game against Brighton. And he can't start. He just can't start a game, and that's why I think that's where the questions are coming from. If he had played one game, even one game from the start, one of the first 3 games, I don't think this would be an issue. You wouldn't have Marco van Basten coming out. You wouldn't have ever saying we don't need him, we don't want him, if he started one game.
Yeah, but still, I feel like it's a little bit too much. I mean, the argument that like Barry says there, that's one I'll agree with, that he should have come on against Chelsea. That is one that he could have changed the game. I thought he would have been more useful coming on than Greenwood was. I thought that was the change that needed to happen. But it's nothing to get panicky about with this whole discussion about is he getting his career coming to a halt, or is he regretting joining United, or does Ole want him? Shut up! 6 games in, calm down. There's plenty of time.
And the question is who does I get that we've scored a lot of goals when he's been in the game in games, right? But who are you dropping? So are you saying we drop McTominay in those couple games that he's played? Who's getting dropped for Donny van de Beek? I'm curious. If I was Ollie, I would have dropped McTominay for the Chelsea game. But
see, I'd have dropped. We all know what I want. I'd have dropped Dan James. Diamond.
Yeah, you are crazy for a bit of Diamond.
Especially because look at the midfield that we have.
I know.
That is the perfect way to set it up.
No, see, the thing is as well, Timmy, I know what you're saying, who would you drop? But the fact is, Pogba should be our most undroppable player. I'd say Bruno is our most undroppable player, I'd say, at the moment, alongside maybe Rashford, and then Pogba below them. But Pogba has been dropped, and then you signed his player for 35 million. Who has Champions League experience, has done it. I know it's at Ajax, but he has won things there, and he's won huge games, been incredibly influential in the Champions League. You drop the player in the position he was signed to play in eventually, or Bruno, one of those 2 positions, and he doesn't get a start. You kind of have to be looking at yourself, like Van de Beek must be going what am I supposed to do? Every time I come on, I'm an influence. I've scored 1. He's got more goals than Pogba in the league, so does everyone. So does Harry Maguire. So does Luke Shaw. Yeah, in some capacity. But he must be going I can. And then his agent as well comes out. Well, it wasn't his agent; it was an advisor, I think, after the Brighton game. That these things don't come out by accident, And maybe it could be he's not starting because it's a bit of a punishment as well by Solskjaer for having his agent say that. Is that a possibility too?
I just think we're very looking into it too much. because you can't take anything as it comes this season just because of how it started, the lack of preseason, this, that. There's loads of variables that you think, would it be different if this was different, if that was different? And I'd say in the modern day, we seem to be against the idea of having any competition for any position. It's quite silly. If you go back to 99, what would we have done if Ollie's agent started coming out and saying, oh, why isn't he starting more games because he's scoring so many goals coming off the bench? He's still playing his part, and he started a few games as well. So it's the same with Donny. Just because he's not starting now doesn't mean he never will.
Exactly. I think people are living in a fantasy world a lot of times when they see, lineups and players and things like that. There's a lot, for me, it's the bigger issue is, the formation we should be running. That's the real issue for me. It's not should Donny be playing or shouldn't he be playing. It's are we playing? Is this 4-2-3-1? We played it all last season, and we got third. But I think that, in my opinion, that third it was like Mourinho's second place. It looked nice on paper. You know what I mean? It wasn't as good as people think. And we played 4-2-3-1 a lot of the season, and we were poor for a lot of the season. So why not look at, in my opinion, I think the 3-5-2 is a formation that suits us amazingly well. But hey, let people think what they want to think about. Let people think what they want to think about this whole Donny thing. It's really okay. I'm gonna be fine. He will be fine too, because he's going to play. Like, chill out. We have Carabao Cup games, we have EFL Cup games. Trust me, in the Premier League, he will be starting very, very soon too. At some point, like, Fusa, everyone, take a deep breath, man. Take a deep breath.
Okay. So I think I'm like, to be honest, the comments, and guys, keep your comments coming in. They're absolutely fantastic. I love the people watching it tonight. Really intelligent people, really good opinions coming through. So keep them coming in, guys, please. And also don't forget to like and subscribe to the video and share it and all those sort of nice things. But like, okay, we're all kind of in the same boat that we know he will eventually get his game time. But why do you think all these people, like Van Basten came out during the week saying that he shouldn't have gone to United, his agent saying there's issues, or his advisor and then his agent said there isn't issues, Donny's happy. And then you have Evra as well, like, we don't need him, we shouldn't have bought him. Why is all this happening? Why are these people saying these things, basically? Because we didn't get that with basically anyone else.
Because we're not winning. Simple as that. If we were winning games, no one would be saying anything.
Exactly.
That's true.
That's literally it. I think if we didn't lose 6-1 to Spurs, if we didn't lose 3-1 to Crystal Palace, like, no one's going to be talking about who should be playing, who should not be playing. Like, I'm sure y'all saw the Neville, Carragher, Pogba debate. Yeah. Like, all these things happen because we are losing. Like, we are not winning consistently. Yeah. So, like, Manchester United is the biggest draw on television in English sports. So there has to be a Manchester United topic at all times, So if we're not playing well, it's going to be, why is Pogba not starting? Or why should he be starting? Or Van de Beek, Champions League semifinalist, consistent as ever. Why isn't he playing? And McTominay and Fred are playing. Like, there's always going to be something. There's always going to be something to be said about Manchester United. You feel me? That's the price you pay for being, a top class club. You know what I'm saying? But that's really it.
It's just an easy cop out. That's all it is. It's just an easy. Oh wait. But they're losing. Okay, he's not playing. Yeah, Donny, why isn't he playing? Let's make that a story for the next 2 weeks.
Big sign.
1,000%. Oh my goodness. What?
Yes.
You can play him anywhere. He play on the left. He play on the left right now. Like, if we play on the left, he can play on the right. He can play at the 10. Amazing.
I would say he can play anywhere except anywhere in Dublin for the foreseeable lifetime.
Why not in Dublin?
And except for England.
No,
I take that back. Okay, I know why.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad we all know why. You know why.
He could.
What did he? Oh wait, yeah. No.
I'm so happy both of you didn't know and then realized and had lovely smiles on your faces as you realized.
Yeah. Man,
I'm gonna say.
I was gonna say, how many Nigerian players England steals, man, or like it's ridiculous.
Like Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Declan Rice is fine though. We could have let you have him.
Oh, stop!
He
He's a good player.
He played for us 3 times. He played for the national team 3 times. Got man of the match, won Young Player of the Year after he declared for England. He won Young Player of the Year.
I remember that. Yeah. I remember that. That was hilarious.
I remember like because it's voted by the journalists, the Irish journalists, and then being like, he won because he was named a better under-21 player for Ireland. I was like, he's not even Irish. He literally just said he's not Irish, so it doesn't matter anymore. Just give it away. Throw it into the Liffey. Get rid of it. We don't need it.
Carter, you don't think Declan Rice is good?
I mean, I don't think he's bad, but I don't think he's as good as people say he is.
No. I think I see what you're saying. I don't think he's like a world class player, but I think he potentially could be like a top level, a top level midfielder in the league. Like I think he's like a younger version of Matic, like very, very similar. You know what I'm saying? Like Matic with legs. That's what he is right now.
Good point.
That's literally what I think he would. I think he would allow us to play, that 4-3-3 with one holder.
You know what? Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? I think the big problem with our team right now is like all of our midfielders do a particular thing very well, but we don't have that one midfielder who we have midfielders who have a lot of different a lot of box-to-box midfielders. Bruno, in reality, when he plays for Portugal, he plays box-to-box. Pogba plays box-to-box. Fred plays box-to-box. McTominay plays box-to-box. So it's like we don't have – and then we have Matic who's a DM, but he's just not he's not 27 anymore.
He's at the wrong age, yeah.
Yeah, he's on the wrong end. He's at the wrong end of his career. So if we had that specialist DM who wants to sit, who has the legs, can spray passes around, we could play Pogba and Bruno together and no one be having this whole – there would not be right now what we should be doing.
Yeah, but then he'd play for us 3 times and then just go over City and say he was always City, So the prick is
you're not upset about this.
No, me never. No, I don't care about this at all. And if you're watching Declan Rice, I'm coming for you.
Just on the topic, how many other players have done that?
To Ireland.
Yeah.
At the high profile ones are Jack Grealish and Declan Rice, but also Michael Keane did it. Michael Keane's one is so funny though. It's very, very funny because Michael Keane played centre half, obviously for Ireland underage while playing at United, and his twin brother Will Keane. Both of them are Irish, I think, through their dad. And but he came up to the ranks and then switched to it happens all the time when you switch at under 21 level. And in fairness, Grealish did it, but he turned down the call up to the senior squad. That was the big thing. And he made us wait a year because he said, I need a year to think about it. Or he said, I need to think about it. Bullshit. But Michael Keane
Grealish tells you to wait, you wait.
Yeah, well, my fucking Martin O'Neill did. Don't get me talking about him. But Michael Keane, during the whole Declan Rice thing about 18 months ago or whatever, he came out and said, I only played for Ireland to get England to notice me. And people were like, and in fairness, that's
for real? Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. And he's played for England 30 times. I think no one really cared because he doesn't do anything for England, never really played. No, people forgot he played for Ireland. But what the funny thing was, at the exact same time, his twin brother was like, I want to play for Ireland. Will Keane was playing for Wigan. It's I want to play for Ireland, and they were like, "Yeah, but your brother said that he was never Irish and only used Ireland. What makes you different?" And his response was, "La la 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 la. I'm Irish. La 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 la." And we've never heard of him again.
Also, I've just seen the strangest question in the comments. Tell me if you spotted it.
Let me see.
The Matic.
Oh, God, that is a good one. I would love
winning that one. Come on now.
I would love to see Matic.
I think Matic wins that,
Stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
I think Matic wins it,
Can you put that up on Twitter?
Yes, you know what? That's going on a poll right now.
Yeah. Can you do a poll right now? Guys,
I put $100
talk about something while I put this poll up.
Yeah.
I put $100 on Mata.
Okay, that's such an empty bet to make because they're not actually going to race for us. I don't know.
I just said I'd do it.
Tammy's putting 10 million on
it. How long would it take, though? In fairness, 90 minutes wouldn't cover it.
That might take a long ass time. Might take a long ass time.
But while Carrie's doing this, to kind of stick on Everett's comments on Donny.
Yeah.
What are like? We get a lot of stick for not having good pundits that are ex-players. And in fairness, actually, when I'm thinking about that, there's very few ex-players that are good pundits. You've got Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville, and they're good maybe 75, 80% of the time, but then they do like absolutely stupid things as well. But who would you say is our ex-players? And guys in the comments as well, please give shout-outs on this. This could do it. Sorry, on the maybe do it using FIFA.
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not? Why not?
Because they have their set sprint speed, so it's like who's gonna win.
Exactly. Well, we won't check that beforehand. Okay, you keep up the poll anyway, and guys, go to All for United on Twitter. Make sure to like and subscribe and share and all the following all those things as well. Blah 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 blah. But so we can finally figure this out, which has plagued mankind forever. But who would you say is our best ex-player that's a pundit now, and who would you say is our worst?
Okay, so the ones that are my personal favorites, obviously I don't watch enough of Sky Sports because I don't have the channel, you see what I'm saying? But I always catch the clips and stuff like that, and I catch BT clips, on YouTube. So like obviously BT's I think Rio and Owen and Gary Lineker. So I think my personal favorite, I love when Robin Van Persie, I like him a lot as a pundit. He doesn't get on much. He's not a consistent pundit, but when he's been on, I've enjoyed it. Another one is Owen Hargreaves. I think he's just so level-headed. He doesn't let his internal biases dictate the way
because he's got none. Because he went from United to City. Do you know what I mean? His love is Bayern Munich, probably. Yeah. And he also has 5 nationalities. He's Canadian, German, Welsh, English. So
so it's I feel like a lot of
stuff. Get voting, guys.
Everyone in the comments, go vote now.
All for United, who is quicker over 100 meters? Juan Mata or Nemanja Matic?
Yeah, Mata better win that one. But anyway,
I love this podcast.
I just feel like a lot of our homegrown pundits. It's forgive. I don't want to shit on the British media because
No, go for it. I am.
Yeah, I feel like the British media is really shitty. There's talking points. There's talking points that they like to latch onto. Pogba's not doing enough at United. That's one that That's a singular one that everyone kind of says he's playing the Hollywood ball. It's just so repetitive and standard. So when I see someone who actually wants to tactically analyze a game the way I would do it, I get excited. It's okay, you're actually not judging the player for being, what he's doing, his haircuts and stuff like that. You're actually talking about the player. But anyway, I think I answered the question way too long. Owen Hargreaves, Robin Van Persie, my favorites.
That's fair. And we'll go to worst in a second. Guys, your comments are really good as well. But Carter, you're on the same mindset of Temi. You're looking more tactically wise. And obviously you are someone who lives within the British media. So who would you say is your favorite and your least favorite? We'll start with favorite, sorry.
Favorite?
Of ex-United now, ex-United.
Oh, ex-United, okay.
Yeah.
I think Rio's okay, but sometimes he can go off on a little bit because the whole Sports Direct thing that you went on about, that was a bit dodgy. I didn't like that. Gary Neville's probably the most consistent one I like. But,
What
was that, Timmy?
What did Rio do?
Oh, he was talking about Mike Ashley and Newcastle, and he was defending how he runs Newcastle essentially, and it was just a bit.
Oh yeah, you see, I would never. There's little stuff like that I would never see. I would never.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, I only see them because I don't have any of these channels as well, Sky Sports, unless I go to the pub or whatever to watch them. So I would get them finding clips afterwards on YouTube and stuff like that. But that Rio one really broke me. And he also started Ollie's at the wheel as well, which is really bad.
No, I don't mind that. I love that chant.
Yeah.
Right. Every time we win a game, I post that on my Instagram, and everyone hates it.
Remember when he first got the job, or not when he first got the intern?
That was life. That was life.
We were just on that run.
Yeah, I've not been that happy for a long time.
When the song would play, like I would get so high. I would be in my room by myself singing that song like at the TV.
I love that was live.
Yeah, now I can never do that again. But
I think I went to every one of our home games that time.
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous of y'all who can just go to games. Like it's just
you have to get yourself over and get yourself to a game at some point.
Oh, I know.
Well, if anyone can do that, yeah, that'd be great.
Well, yeah.
It's kind of illegal at the moment.
Yeah, but which Keen is comment about?
Brent. Well, yeah. There's only obviously Roy.
No, could be Michael.
Could be Will. Oh, Jesus Christ! Well, they're not doing much in there.
I don't know. What other Keens are there?
Well, there's only those three that play for United, and only one of them is like well known for playing as being one of the greatest, and also the only one that is actually a pundit.
It's about the punditry.
Yeah, it's not the pundit. Yeah, no, Keno's my favorite. He's my favorite. No, I love him because he just tells the truth and he doesn't hold back, and he's a bit old school as well, and he's one of my own.
Yeah,
Greg Lawson has a good one as well with Gary Neville is the best version of Shout Paul is the worst. Paul is the worst when he came out saying I could be United manager. Do you know?
No, you couldn't.
You definitely couldn't. You definitely could not.
Hey,
Sol Campbell's up there.
Paul Ince is a baller, though.
Sol Campbell, yeah. Paul, he was, yeah, but we're talking about punditry, not about their.
Soonest is the worst. Let's face it.
Hey, that's what people say when Ali doesn't do too well. They're like, oh well, he was a great player and a legend, so we should stick by him.
You know? Fine. But also, Paul Ince did play for Liverpool as well.
Paul Ince played for Liverpool.
Yeah,
he did. I like Roy Keane when he's not like. Roy Keane's sometimes I feel like I'm like yes, and sometimes I'm like, bro, you're just.
No. Do you want to know like my relationship? Okay, because Roy Keane was my hero growing up, and I absolutely love the man. But I don't like thinking about it like this, but like I feel like the best way to describe my relationship to him is like he's like my cousin that's on heroin. Because it's like, I love you, but just stop. Okay? I love you, just stop. Please, just stop.
What kind of cousins do you have?
Let's not go into that one. They might be watching if they're not in prison. But let's skillfully bring this back to Donny, okay? But guys, keep your comments are coming in. Please keep this coming in. What do we think? Okay. Why was he bought? And what was said to him when he was bought, do you think?
Oh, he was
I have no clue. I have no clue why he was bought. That like honestly, I'm saying this with on all sincerity. The signing to this day still does not make sense. He's unless you go to the Diamond.
Unless there is an expectation that Paul Pogba will leave the club next summer and we wanted to get fair.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Which is fair, and I understand that point. I definitely understand that point. But even then, it's like we needed a defensive midfielder badly. Yeah. I mean, like so badly. It would have, I think, in my opinion, it would have changed the way our whole dynamic was. This season we would have been able to play Bruno and Pogba as 8s, not 1-6 and 1-10. Like Bruno and Pogba are so far apart from each other. How many times do you see Pogba and Bruno playing passes to each other? It's rare when they're on the pitch together. It's very
only
rare.
When Matic plays.
Yeah, exactly. Because when they're so far apart. They're so far apart from each other. Bruno presses high. He passes Martial to press. Sometimes if you look at like heat maps and stuff like that, sometimes he's ahead of Martial. That's how far up he plays. Yeah. Whereas Pogba is playing literally a lot of the times he's getting the ball from the center back. Like it just doesn't make sense. So if we had a DM that can play on his own and marshal that area of the pitch, oh my goodness.
Okay, guys, in the comments, I want you to answer me this, please, and obviously you two as well. Did Ollie want Donny?
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Yeah.
But I don't think we signed players anymore.
No. But like, when I say this, I mean like, was he someone that he pursued, or did this just come to him? Do you know what I mean? Like there was no way that we chased them for a couple of months. I think if Ollie had his way, if he could have gotten a hold midfielder instead of Donny, he would have done it. But
I think
go on.
I think we would have been in for a holding midfielder. But I think on the topic of did he want Donny, I'll say technically no, but also yes. I'll explain. He wanted a position that Donny fills, so an advanced playmaker, a box-to-box, whatever you want to call it. He wanted Grealish, but because Villa stayed up, he had to go get Donny. That's all it was. Yeah. If Villa go down, we have Jack Grealish in our team right now.
And look, let's be honest. If we didn't have the Lord and Savior of Edwin van der Hero at Ajax, like if we never signed him from Fulham, like Donny would be a Fulham player now. Do you know? Okay, maybe not Fulham.
That's how it works.
Yeah. But like, let's be honest. I think this is a good comment, actually. Is it by Brendan? I hope it is. I didn't actually read it. I have a feeling. Oh, wait. I have a feeling Ed Woodward asked Ollie if he liked Donny van de Beek. He confused him with James. Oh, okay. James van de Beek is Dawson's Creek. Very good reference, Brendan. You are showing your age, I would say.
I don't know who that is.
Did you ever hear Dawson's Creek?
No, but he's a handsome-looking fella.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What age are you guys, by the way?
What?
You're what? You're 20. What?
24.
24. What age are you, Kartik?
I'm 21.
Mother Hubbard.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm older. That's all that needs to be said. Okay. I'm older than you do, but I still get spots. So
You're 25 then. 25. That's fine.
I was at one point. I'm
10 years ago.
Do you know what? Okay, I'll leave this one to the comments as well. What age am I? And whoever gets closest will, make me depressed. But
I'm guessing 32.
You can guess all you want. But on Donny, I think, like, let's be honest, Van der Sar, if he wasn't at Ajax, if he wasn't a club legend with us, United would never be, because him to Real Madrid was a done deal until Madrid had to pull out. And if Madrid didn't pull out, he was going to go there. If the deal wasn't open and he wasn't with us as the next player, I don't feel it would have been brought to our attention and no other club would have been in it. That's kind of how I feel more so than anything. Greg and Brendan, you're both wrong, but thank you. Not thank you. I'm actually insulted. 34, you absolute bastards. I am
higher or lower?
It's lower than that. It's lower than
30.
That. Yes. There we go. The end speculation. Yeah, I feel things. I get references from the late 90s, kind of. Brendan, there was no need. There was no need for that.
Oh dear.
And it has been. That's why I ended up here on a Tuesday night. But
I love this podcast. It's brilliant.
It is the best crack ever.
We've gone from talking about Donny to talking about Ireland to talking about Joe's age. It's fantastic.
All in some ways to do with me, blonde hair, blue eyes, my country, my age. Give the people what they want. But
could you imagine if we gotten Jack Grealish though? Like,
what a guy! Jack Grealish rocking up to the Theatre of Dreams, socks rolled down, strolling about.
Swiss Army knife of a player. Like, he could have played on the right for us. He literally, worst case, let's say we didn't get Sancho, we could have just dropped him right there and let him do his thing. I've seen him at Aston Villa literally have a free roll like Messi and do whatever he wants on the pitch. Like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
But like, he basically is Messi.
Okay, wait till we sign him before you lose your mind.
English Messi. I'm so mad that Aston Villa didn't get relegated. I'm sick about it. Like, it's because they should have been relegated. Remember the goal?
The goal, the handball, the cross against Bournemouth. But like, in fairness, like Temi, like you said, like Jack Grealish is like a Swiss Army knife. He's useful, but he's not good in a fight.
Yeah, if you see, he's definitely not good in the fight.
Somebody like, remember when he was in the championship, some like fan came and like knocked the hell out of him like mid game.
Yeah, It's very, very funny. And that was legitimately like week after he quit Ireland. And that happened. I was like, that's me laughing. And then I was like, on Twitter, I was like, this is a disgrace. Like
most Twitter users.
Yeah. I hope they catch that bad man.
It was you, wasn't it?
I have an alibi. Moving swiftly on. But to touch on Donny and the Pogba thing that we were saying, I'm on the same thing as you, Kartik, with that. I genuinely feel that he was like a good deal, 40 million for him, 35, 40 million. Pogba, look, no matter what way we put around it, I just feel he's going to be gone next season.
Yep.
I think he'll get a good deal, and I think they're going to bring Donny in. He'll have the season to kind of, if you want to say, be mentored under Pogba, whatever way you want to put it, but to learn the league and then to slip in, and then we have whatever the 40 million signing that's had a year under his belt at 24 to kind of take it by storm. Next season, Pogba's gone. You have an extra 100 million. You can reinvest that and maybe get hopefully we won't need a centre back at that stage because Axel will have had plenty of games under his belt. And at that stage, Temi will have realised how wrong he was about Maguire. And then we'll have I think you will.
Yeah, you will. Look, just lifted the Champions League as captain. Come on, Temi.
Come on. But like, look at that. If we get 40 million. Look, Stewart, you're dead right.
No, it's not.
40 million isn't even a monster fee this year. Oh, Brown Eyes.
Just to comment on that. I don't want people to think that, any of us think that he shouldn't be in the squad.
No,
or like
no.
I can say I don't understand the signing and still say, hey, like, okay, he's a good player. Welcome to the team. You know what I'm saying? Like him coming into the side. I think we had I could have named like maybe 5 positions we could have signed before that particular position. But at the same time, it's like,
What did you miss? The entire podcast? Literally every goddamn Brown Eyes. You know what? It's charming and it's endearing when you do it 2 minutes in. But like when you come after 40 minutes on a Donny, you miss stuff about Donny van de Beek, okay? And a bit to do with other stuff as well. Axel is the future, absolutely. But on the 40 million, just had to get that in again, Kartik and erection. But 40 million isn't a monster fee. I think he means more so that, like, I think it could turn out to be genius if it works out the way that it is, okay? So we'll say Maguire's got another year because, like, no matter how we feel about him, he is going to be a starter and centre-back going forward. So hopefully himself and Axel can have a solid partnership with Lindelof behind him. Unfortunately, I do feel Bailly has to be sold because I don't think he's I think you can get a good fee from him. He's not reliable because he's always going to get a booking sent off.
You're not getting a good fee to buy, but
even 20 million. If you get a good fee for I just want him gone. I want money. Just give us the money, okay? I don't know fees these days, okay?
20.
But like Pogba, if they go next season, you're looking at a good chunk of change to mess around with. Hopefully, we'll have a stable centre backs, and then with Lindelof behind them that can come in as a relief player, and then with Mendy as well coming through the ranks. That hopefully will be solid for years to come. You have Alex Telles left back with the other left back as well, hanging out.
Brandon Williams.
And then you have right back, you have AWB constant there. Then you have a lot of change where you can get a right winger if we still need one. You can get that holding midfielder, and then you'll just be spending that transfer that you brought in. So we could be looking at Donny being an incredible signing if it works out that way. But like anything with United, it definitely won't work out that way. And somehow Pogba will be signed to an 800,000 a week contract, and Donny van de Beek will be, just sent to clean the washing or whatever. What's it? They might keep. Who's that? They might keep Bailly because you burn and
is Ivorian as well. That's a bit of a stretch.
That's a huge stretch. Like, why would they? Like, Eric Bailly didn't wander around when he was signed as being the only Ivorian going, why won't anyone talk to me? There needs to be 2 Ivorians at one club.
Right.
And
speak French. We've got plenty of French.
Yeah, it's like Pogba's there who speaks French. Martial's there who speaks French. Who else? Bailly, right? Like, I don't think he's like, oh, he's Ivorian, so it's like we need to keep.
But it's like, I think Ivorians are like parrots, because parrots always have to have friends, or else they bang their heads against walls and until they get a friend. So maybe that's what Eric Bailly was doing, and that's why they bought Traore, because that's why he kept getting injured, because he was just going, I need an Ivorian. Get me an Ivorian.
When is the last time Eric Bailly had a run of 5 straight games?
Oh, when he played with Rojo at centre back, I'm sure it was.
Stop being a Rojo apologist.
No, I'm sorry. That is the last time he had a run of games, when it was Rojo and Bailly, and that was fantastic times.
Oh,
it's hard to say fantastic times with Rojo, you know.
Oh, yeah,
Rojo's fantastic. He's a beautiful man who eats burnt toast and does what he wants, and he doesn't get red cards.
Somehow.
Okay. For the final few bits of this, guys, please sign out. Thank you so much for everyone who stuck with us for the entire show, and please put in the comments with me on this. We'll say 3 years' time. Best. Where do we see Donny will be? Would he be at United? Would he be a starter? Like, where do we hope? Like, I don't want to say so much because it's impossible to say. He could get an ACL injury like Van Dijk and die, you know. But like we'll try to be as realistic as possible. But where do you see maybe in 3 years' time, Donny 26 should be coming into his peak? Where do you think he'll be?
Hopefully in 8 alongside Bruno, because I'm assuming Pogba won't still be there. Hopefully there'll be a decent defensive midfielder behind him, and we'll have 2 fantastic centre backs in Axel and Mengi, and we'll be winning the league.
I love that. Yeah, I imagine he'll still be here in 3 years. And if he is still here in 3 years, I'm sure he'll be a starter by that point. Like, there's no way he won't.
Yes, yeah.
He'll be sitting on the bench for 3 years. So if he's here, I'm expecting him to start. No questions asked.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Brown Knight. You might be late, but you're giving us a comment we all want to see. Lifting that Premier League. Hopefully for United as well. He didn't clarify what club, but maybe that's who he's going to go to Fulham. Maybe, but yeah, for me, it's I do hope things will work out the way I said it there, with him going to taking Pogba's place. Becoming our linchpin in midfield to really get the movement going from defense to attack, because I think he's shown so much promise in his 69 minutes of football he's played so far this season, and he has shown so much promise immediately. So I feel like that's going to be the best way to go, and this is going to be a pod for some other day, but there will be, do we actually need Pogba eventually? Because because that's going to be how's check out the polls going before we
yes, right. Let's have a look.
Yeah, 50-50. I just checked.
Did you?
50-50. No, 50-50. Matt is winning. It's 62-38.
How many votes are in? How many? 20?
60 votes. Someone do something.
No, you're way off. You're always
Jesus Christ! Yeah, it's now 244 votes. It's 50-50. It's neck and neck. Come on, Nemanja.
Fucking the hell. Okay, how long is the timer on that?
I don't actually know. 23 hours and 37 minutes.
Okay, guys. Okay, so who are you putting? Who are you saying, Kartik?
Nemanja Matic. All I'll say is, look at the first goal against West Ham in Jose's second season. That sprint he made.
Okay, but this one is up for the vote. Okay, so if this one goes either way, if this isn't 50-50, there's going to be a forfeit.
What's the forfeit?
Okay. The forfeit. Shit, why can't we plan these things beforehand?
This is the style of this pod. We don't plan anything. We just go with it.
We don't plan. Okay. See, the easiest one to go to is we have to wear a rival jersey, but I don't think Ben will be happy with that. No one's going to do that. No one's going to do that.
Get the comments to decide. There you go.
Okay, guys, we got 5 minutes. Commenters, put in what is the forfeit on these guys if they win or lose. I don't know why I'm waiting for you to respond right now, but I'm going to give you a couple of minutes, okay?
The players. Yeah, because Juan's going to reply to us and go, yeah, man, I'm going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, Juan's going to come back and go, I'll fucking have him. Bring it on, Nemanja. That's how it sounds actually in real life. He's a very angry man.
He's a very angry.
So yeah, guys, go into the comments. Get me some good forfeit for the two guys, depending on who could win. And don't forget, Temmie's in Maryland and Kartik's in England. So like they kind of a fist fight.
It's a fist fight.
Temmie would kick your head in, to be honest. Temmie would kick most people's head in. I'm also like love that little smoke.
I'm sorry, did you not see the size of his water bottle? I'm not fighting against it.
Yeah. Or else he's really...
I'm not going to go and get it. Can't be bothered.
But Temmie could also be very, very small if that's a regular size water bottle. You know, it's just
this could just be like a, you know, like a what's it called? A 16-ounce one, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not. Sure. But I guess I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Joe, are you wearing pajama trousers? We should change the name of the podcast to Pajama. Thank you very much, Ben. Yeah. I think Temmie looks like he's wearing pajamas bottoms as well, but then I realized
I got the the nice joints, you know what I'm saying? The nice you know.
Well, I would say I'm Ben, and for anyone else who is having a go, I'm picking comfort over style.
Paul knows who's going to win this.
Oh, I love it.
Shaw fan club t-shirt. If somebody buys it, okay.
Yeah. Supply it.
No. I will supply it. I will say, Kartik, if you lose, I was buying a t-shirt. You have to wear a Luke Shaw fan club t-shirt for a whole week of doing pods. And Temmie, if you lose, you have to do one for Harry Maguire.
Deal.
That's fine. He won't mind that. It's Harry Maguire.
He hates him. Okay.
Harry Maguire has an odd good game every now and then. Luke Shaw's just terrible.
That's it. Who's to get that in?
Hey, listen. I know you hate. I don't. First of all, let's get this out of the way. I don't hate Harry Maguire.
There you go.
I just don't think he's good enough. It's that simple. I don't think Luke Shaw's good enough. Well, you know,
who do you think? Okay.
It's okay. I would definitely not like to wear that. I don't want to wear Harry Maguire paraphernalia at all.
Meanwhile, by the way, Ben has clearly missed out a lot of this podcast if he thinks the trousers are the only thing we've spoken about. You've missed Ireland, you've missed his age, you've missed all sorts of nonsense.
Oh, Brown Knight, maybe this one could be more for your
Dan James. To be fair, I would rather wear a Dan James FC t-shirt than a Harry Maguire.
Okay, Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire
then. Okay, Ben's back in with. We can make this happen.
Is that Luke Shaw himself, Ben?
He's the only person who runs it. Cool. Okay, so the forfeit is in. Thank you very much, Rich Sports. I do believe it has been seamless the whole way through. Thank you very much, Rich, for sticking to us. And guys, thanks very much for everyone for sticking with us. The forfeits are in. If Mata wins, then Temmie, you are to wear a Harry Maguire fan club t-shirt.
No, other way around.
Oh, sorry. If Mata wins, then Kartik
I have to wear the Luke Shaw.
And if Temmie, if Matic wins, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, then you have to wear perfect. Amazing. I fucking love this, guys. I love this. Jacob, I'm sorry. He just got here.
Loyal guy, perfect. Man. Loyal guy.
So guys, we have solved the Donny van de Beek debate. The debate is it's absolute bullshit and don't listen to any of it. Do you know what you should listen to? All Free United podcast. Yes, his fucking podcast. And all the other All Free United material. And listen to Ben. Rewind, even if you've been watching the whole way through, rewind back to the beginning. But yeah, please guys, like and subscribe to All Free United and like this video on YouTube. Please follow All Free United on Twitter. Please subscribe to the YouTube channels, share and everything. Kartik, I'm going to give each one of you a chance to plug your own stuff. Kartik, you go first.
I've got the front three coming up, so make sure to search us on Twitter and YouTube. That will be launching next week, and also on this very channel. Join me on the Twitter handle in the next 24 hours because I'll be on the live tweets again for match day.
Temmie, you go for it.
Obviously, yep. Okay, guys, make sure to follow me on Twitter at Temmie Talks United. Tomorrow, I hopefully want to do a lineup reaction live on the Twitter on our Twitter channel, All for United. So look out for that. It's always really fun to react to the lineups live and stuff like that. So make sure to check that out. On YouTube, you could just search Temi Talks United, subscribe to me there. I'm kind of on a hiatus, but I will be back. So make sure to check that out, as soon as possible.
Amazing. I'm Joe O'Neill. Please find me Acting Joe. Always point the wrong way. I wasn't even near. Okay, that way. Yeah, Acting Joe on Twitter. Please give me a follow. Follow me on Instagram at Joe Your Own Way. Find me on YouTube, Joe O'Neill, and check out my short films, comedies, and dramatic, and all that shite. And then, find me on All Free Night as well, where you can watch all me talking stuff. Sorry, I just lost English altogether. So and Brown Knight has come up with Miss United, Man United on Twitter, make custom t-shirts. So guys, this is happening. We're going to find out tomorrow who is wearing the Luke Shaw, who's a member of the Luke Shaw fan club, is it Kartik, and who's a member of the Harry Maguire fan club, is it Temi. This is all coming to light tomorrow. If you don't know what we're talking about, go back to the start of the video and watch it, and you'll find out eventually. But until then, guys, you're a bunch. I never prepared this before I should.
We're going to win the Champions League.
We're going to win the Champions League. Temi, what mad thing do you have to say before we go? Just
say it to me.
That's what I know.
Say it. We're going to win the Champions League. Say it to me.
I'm not doing nothing like that.
We're going to win the Champions League.
I'm not doing that.
Say it. Go on.
We have a better chance of winning the Champions League than the Premier League.
So we're going to the Champions League, Temi.
See you later, folks.